I can hear Elsie coming down the street.
Two brick walls. You must have bionic ears.
No, it's this sixth sense I've got when someone's having bad thoughts about me. You know she'd never forgive us ruining that wedding outfit. What did I tell you? Hello, Elsie. Have a nice day.
Nice. I've spent the whole afternoon arguing over sewing thread with Ivy Tilsley. That one could talk the hind leg off a donkey, and when she's done that, she'd clout you with it.
I've got tea on. It's beans on toast with a fried egg on top.
Oh, another gourmet meal. Sardines on toast last night, beans on toast tonight. It's like living at the Ritz.
Now, make yourself comfortable, Elsie. Now, here's your slippers.
Oh, all right. Go no further. What have you broken?
I haven't broken anything.
You must have done. Here's her discovering where we keep the pans for the first time, and you running around with my slippers, which, incidentally, I shall not need, because as soon as I've got my breath back, I'm going down to the Rovers for an invigorating gin. Now then, stop messing about. What have you done?
We just wanted to give you a nice welcome home, that's all.
The sort you wouldn't get if you went back to an empty house.
Oh, I see it all now.
Oh, we've been searching and searching for flats again, Elsie. We looked all this dinner. We never had anything to eat, did we, Susie?
We saw 3. They were all terrible. The best of them had a damp patch as big as an elephant above the bedhead. Do you know what made my chest wheezy?
All right. Stop the violins. You needn't move out of here this weekend.
Oh, thanks, Elsie.
Oh, yeah.
Terrific.
Yeah,
Honest.
terrific muggins. But this means to say you keep on looking for a place of your own.
Oh, we will, honest.
Yeah.
Look out, stomach. And you must admit we have our uses sometimes.
Oh, yes. Every time you want something, or whenever you've done something diabolical, like ruining that skirt of mine.
Oh, we're dead sorry about that, Elsie. You know we are.
I went to that new cleaners in the precinct the other day. They said they can get it as good as new, and it won't cost me a penny.
How come?
Oh, well, you'll be paying for it, won't you? Well, you will, won't you?
Of course we will. Anyway, I heard you the bell at the ball, even without your secret weapon.
Well, of course, Ina Sharples is no competition, is she? Who told you that?
Oh, the same person who told us you clicked with the hotel manager where they gave reception.
Is it right?
I hardly spoke to him.
What's his name?
Ted Brownlow.
What's he like? Is he nice?
I told you I hardly spoke to him.
You're going to see him again.
Well, that's up to him, isn't it?
Oh, times have changed, Elsie. You've got to act fast these days. You've got to get in and get a good grip on him.
For the last time, I hardly spoke to him.
And I thought you were a fast worker, didn't you?
So did I.
I could leave you two standing if I really tried.
It's from Rita. It came this morning. I must say, it does look quite exotic out there.
I bet Len Fairclough hasn't sent any picture postcards.
Well, men aren't very good at that sort of thing, are they?
What's it say? Please excuse the wobbly writing.
Pardon?
It's just a punchline of an old joke, love. Forget it.
No, she says, getting our fill of the 3 S's. Sunshine, sand and I think it's C. The nightlife here is sensational. Oh, do you know, she does it on purpose. Look, wish you were here.
Mavis, that's a question mark. She's asking you a question. She's saying, wish you were here?
Well, I wish I was somewhere. It's not easy, you know, running this place on your own.
You know, I'm sure they had a better selection than this. All I can see is silly romances, spy stories and westerns.
We ought to go to the proper library more often, Ernest.
And here's one to end them all. It's a spy story and the hero's a cowboy.
I don't read books, mate. They're all the same, them fellas, you know.
Oh, a good book is the precious lifeblood of a master spirit, Mr. Ogden.
Well, they're all pretending, aren't they? All making it up, you know. I like life as it is. Like you see in a pub. Well, I'll love you and leave it. And see what Illa's got for my tea, you know.
Well, haven't you just eaten a substantial meal, Mr. Ogden?
Well, just to carry me on, you know, in case. She's trying to put me on a diet.
Not with any great success, by the look of it, Stanley.
I look daft then. I keep telling her that, but she won't listen. How much are you, love?
Oh, it's 44 pence, please.
Right, the price of food's going up, isn't it? Getting soon, a man won't be able to afford to eat. There you are.
You can do with those in a bit, mate. Won't do you any harm.
Watch it, mate.
Put the set down.
Thanks very much, Mary.
Have you found anything you fancy?
Well, no, not really, Mavis. Tumbleweed spy ring was the closest, and it wasn't as close as all that.
Naughty. Bye.
Bye.
Ta-ra. Give us my angling magazine, will you, Mavis? I'll get down to Rovers and do a bit.
Are you still keen on fishing, then?
Oh, aye. No sport like it, love. Pitting your wits against the fish.
I always thought fish was supposed to be stupid.
Well, whoever reckoned that weren't a fisherman, Mavis. I'm going this Sunday. Quiet stretch of the river. The old rod and line. Oh, marvellous, marvellous.
You know, you promised me that you'd take me with you sometime, Fred.
Aye.
Well, of course, I don't know if you meant it.
Well, I wouldn't have said it if I didn't mean it, Mavis.
Well, I'm not doing anything this Sunday. It'd be lovely to go fishing.
Oh, come along if you want. My pleasure.
Thank you.
Ta-ra.
Bye.
Hello, love.
Hi.
How was my last then, eh?
Don't mind her while she's feeding. She's been cranky all day.
What do you mean, cranky?
Well, just not her happy little brightest, a bit whingy.
Oh, she's got a few teeth coming through.
Oh, I don't think so, not at 3 months. Her gums don't feel hard or anything. No, I think it's just an off day.
I heard about a plumbing job going to Bailey's factory today. Biggest job, but I reckon we could do it. I was wondering whether to put in a bid. Well, I suppose we can wait till Fairclough comes back before we do anything.
Yeah, best thing.
All them little jobs would have to go by the board for a month or two.
Yeah, suppose so.
Whoa.
Do you know, Ray, I've been thinking about Tracy. Don't you think it's about time we had a christening?
You are?
Well, I'm just saying about the christening. At least she's 3 months now.
Are you serious?
Of course I am.
Well, what's brought this on? You don't really want a christening, do you?
Yes, I do. Why not?
Why not? Damn sight more to the point to be why.
Well, I didn't think you'd be against it, Ray.
It's not that I'm against it, it's just that I think you need a pretty good reason to be for it, that's all. It's not really us. We don't even go to church. We didn't even get married in church.
I don't see that's got anything to do with it. I just want to have a christening, that's all.
Well, you do know what you've been letting yourself in for, don't you? All that palaver up at the church. Oh, blimey, Deirdre. I wouldn't care if we were church goers, but we're not, so what's the point?
Look, people do have their babies christened. It's the thing to do.
Oh, so that's why you want it, because other folks do it.
That's got nothing to do with it.
Yeah, well, you brought it up. Hey, come on, sweetheart. I'm starving. What are we having for us tea?
That's typical of you, Langton. Every time you don't want to discuss something, you always fall back on your belly.
Fancy coming fishing Sunday, Alf?
Wrong time of the year, isn't it?
Well, it isn't, it isn't. Of course fishing's out of season.
If we stick to the rules.
Which I do, and it suits me. Now, to prevent a bit of the old trout fishing, though. That's what I'm doing Sunday. Pursuing the old brown trout. Fancy it?
I won't mind if it's a nice day.
Well, don't start that faint-hearted fair weather fishing, Alf. Might be teeming down. Now, are you coming or not?
Aye, all right, there, make a change.
Right, you're on. Mavis is coming.
Yeah, well, I've just remembered I've got to do the lawn.
Oh, no, mate. You said you were coming, and it's firm and binding.
Look, what do you want me along for? If I do come along, I'm going to be breaking up a lovely twosome.
That's what I want you there for, mate.
You do it. You go and ask her.
Oh, you go. You're better getting rounder than I am.
Sounds to me as if you're frightened of her.
Frightened of nothing, knows. Go on. You know she always reckons you're like she was at our age.
You are senior lodger, so that makes you like shop
It
steward.
was your idea in the first place.
Look, I tell you what, I'll go and ask.
You keep your safe lock fast and cheeky chops. I'll do it. Elsie, you know you're always saying that we should treat your house as our home.
Until you get a place of your own.
Oh, until we get a place of our own. But does that mean we can occasionally ask the odd friend round?
You mean them two lads over there? Oh, I don't see why not. They don't look too bad to me.
Oh, they're not. They're not. No trouble, dead quiet.
Oh, I think if there were no trouble and dead quiet, you wouldn't be interested in them. All right, you can ask them round, provided you don't go playing hide and seek in my wardrobe, or anywhere else for that matter.
Why should we want to hide from?
Good question.
Do you know, I've hardly stopped today and I don't feel as if I've got a thing done. And now I've a pile of nappies at home and I don't feel like tackling them tonight, I can tell you.
Well, you've got a husband. Why don't you ask Ray to help?
There's a snag to that. We're not speaking at the moment.
Oh, wait, what's up?
Well, I just said it were about time we got Tracy christened and he flew off the handle. He said it were daft because we weren't churchgoers ourselves. I think it's him that's daft, don't you?
No comment.
Eh?
I'm not joining in that one, love. I'll argue about anything else, but not about religion. You can't do, you see. No one you've a shop to run.
Well, don't tell me you're on his side.
I said no comment about religious matters. It's the first commandment in the shopkeeper's Bible.
All right, all right. Right, then, let's get back to basics. Give us a packet of disposable nappies. It should see me through the night.
Oh, love, I don't stock 'em. The nearest place I know is McIntyre's in Precinct, and I think they'll be closed now.
Oh, heck. That is my evening sorted out. I am tackling a mountain of mucky nappies.
Are you all right for washing powder? I stock that.
No comment.
Hello, Elsie Howard. Oh. Hello, Ted Brownlow. Of course I remember you. Nice of you to call. Tonight? Well, nothing, actually. Yeah, sure, I'd love to. Nice of you to ask. Well, whatever time suits you. Up at 7, 8 o'clock. Yeah. Yeah, fine. I know exactly what you mean. Well, don't expect Buckingham Palace, will you? Right. See you later. Well, fancy that. Oh. All right. All right. Which one of you has had that new pair of tights out of my dressing table drawer?
I only borrowed them.
Well, I want them back.
You've got them in your hand.
Marvellous, flaming marvellous. Is there nothing sacred?
Borrow a pair of mine if you're going somewhere special.
That is very considerate of you, I must say.
Oh, it's the least we can do, you know, seeing as how you're going out so we can have Kevin and Rod round.
I've got news for you. I'm not going out tonight. You're going out tonight.
Kevin and Rod are coming. They've only gone to get Kevin's records.
I don't care if Kevin and Rod have gone to get their fur-lined football boots. You are going out tonight. I'm stopping in. I've got company coming.
Oh, Elsie, you said we could have the house tonight.
We've got a change of plan. Look, when I told you could have them lads round here, I didn't mean to say I was going to walk the streets till midnight so as you could have a clear field.
Well, you'll upset Gail. I mean, she has promised Kevin and Rod that we're going to play strip Monopoly.
No, I believe you, but I wouldn't put it past her.
Oh, we nowhere else to go, else we got no money and the lads are skint as well.
Oh, you don't know you're born. Skint? You know, we never had any money when I was your age. You know what I used to do? I used to hang around the temperance bar and go for a stroll around the park.
Big deal. Anyway, who's this company you've got coming?
Ted Brownlow, and you ought to be very pleased, seeing as he rang up and how hard you tried to get me off with him a short while ago.
Yeah, but you could have asked him round another night.
I just told you, he rang up, he invited himself, I didn't ask him.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that. It's a bit mean, is that, inviting you out to your own front room? Next thing he'll be inviting you to pictures and asking you to meet him inside.
Can we have less sauce from you, madam, please? And you, would you mind getting up them stairs and getting in that pair of tights and let me make myself look halfway decent?
Well, I still think you could have asked him round tomorrow night.
That'll be Kevin and Rod. What am I going to tell them?
Oh, no doubt you'll think of something like get lost. Oh, kids.
It's for you, Elsie. It's a gentleman.
Hello. Am I a bit early?
Well, if I said you weren't, you'd think I was dressed for the evening, wouldn't you?
You're not in tonight, I see. Is she working a late turn at the hospital?
No, just catching up on the housework.
I'd have thought you'd have been the sort that would have given her a helping hand, you know, especially with her having a full-time job.
I am, Betty. I am. Cross me heart. I was quite willing to do it this evening, only she said I was getting under her feet and she's bunged me out for an hour.
Hello, Jo.
Brought Mrs. Marker's magazine for... Boy, I forgot to leave it this morning.
I know I did, love.
Yes.
The matter has been commented on.
Maybe. If you've finished work, you need a drink.
Oh, no, thank you very much. I haven't got the time. I have to get back and start sorting things out for tomorrow. It's too much for one person on her own.
Never mind, Mavis. You'll be away from it all on Sunday. Relaxing on that riverbank, breathing in the fresh air. Back to Mother Nature, eh?
Sounds wonderful.
Al's coming with us.
Oh, you are?
Yes.
Well, it's developing into quite an outing.
Tell you what, we could make a foursome of it. Nice round figure four. Get that girl from the denim factory that pops in your place, Mavis.
She's got
that
a nice...
blonde girl.
She'll have a nice round figure and all of
I
it.
think I know the one you mean.
Sandra, that's her name, Sandra. I bet she's got a lovely nature.
I couldn't say as to a name or a nature, I'm afraid.
Listen, next time she pops in your place, Mavis, put it to her about a trip on Sunday, will you? Just stir thought, like. You know.
I suppose I could do if she comes in. Anyway, back to the grindstone. Oh, I'll be glad when Rita comes back, I can tell you.
You know what, mate? I get the feeling that I am being manipulated. I mean, first of all, it's you and Mavis going on this trip, then I'm roped in, now this blonde from the factory. I can't say I like the way things are going, because I know who's going to end up with who.
Toss you for it, mate. I want to be fair.
Why, have you got a double-headed penny?
You know, the smoked salmon is delicious. You can come again.
Glad you like it.
Oh, I do. You know, if ever I come into money, if ever Ernie gives me a really big prize, I shall eat smoked salmon all the time.
I hope you didn't mind my bringing the grub. It seemed a pity to waste it.
It would have been criminal. Do you know what I had for my tea? Beans on toast.
Ah, look, try the quiche. I think you'll find it's nice and light. One of the chef's specialities.
This wine's nice and light, too. What did you call it?
Chablis.
Ah, yes, Chablis. Mind you, a couple of years ago, and I thought it was a bottle of vinegar.
Well, I'm glad you like this, Emma.
Yeah, I do.
One of the few compensations for being in the hotel business.
What? Right in the fridge?
Mm.
You know, it must be very hard work, and sometimes very trying.
Oh, I don't know. Getting away is the hardest part. I've got a flat in the hotel, you know. But when I'm off duty, the staff knows I'm there, and if I can see any problems coming up, it's best to get right away.
Well, I told you can always come here, providing you bring the smoked salmon.
Well, you come and have dinner at the hotel with me next time. Bring the daughters, too, if they'd like to come.
Who?
Your daughters.
Oh, you mean Gail and Susie? Oh, no, they're not my daughters, although I sometimes feel like it. No, they're just my lodgers.
Oh, I see. I thought... You don't look like a landlady.
You make me feel like one of them, too, sometimes. No, you see, Susie had been chucked out, and so had Gail, and I took Gail in at a weak moment, and Susie wormed her way in, and, well, they've been here. I keep telling them they have to go, but it falls on deaf ears.
Probably because they know you don't mean it.
Oh, I do, I think. Still, they are company.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I've been a widower now for close on 10 years. Knocked me for 6 at the time, but time's a great healer, so they say.
Have you ever thought of remarrying?
Once or twice. And when I got myself in a state of chaos and thought I needed a woman to straighten myself out. Nothing really serious, though. My kids always used to tell me to get married again. I've got 2. A boy in Australia doing engineering and the girls in Portsmouth teaching.
Oh, so you're on your own here?
Yeah. But like you, not much time to feel lonely. Tell you the truth, I've got to enjoy the freedom. What about you? You any children?
Yeah, same as you, boy and a girl.
Living with your husband in Newcastle?
No, they've flown the nest. You know this, what do you call it?
Quiche Lorraine.
Yeah, I knew it was a long word. It's absolutely delicious, much better than baked beans.
I'm glad you like it.
Oh, do.
Pass on your compliments to the chef.
Do.
I think I might need the benefit of your advice, actually. I want a bottle of wine.
Hey, listen, you aren't usually boozers.
That one at £1.25. Is that one nice?
Oh, well, I sell quite a lot of it. It's not bad at the price.
It's so dear nowadays.
You've got to remember, you know, though, it's bottled sunshine is this. Now, this one's Italian, and it's not bad. It's better if it's warmed a bit. Put it near the fire, you know, for about half an hour. Take the cork off. Makes all the difference.
Well, I'll take it then.
Special occasion of some sort?
Well, in a way, it is, yes. It's the anniversary of our first meeting, Ernest and I. I've been making him a special little supper. That's why I wanted the wine.
Will you be getting a present from you?
Oh, no. He doesn't remember these things. Expect he will when I remind him, though.
What do? You just jog his memory. Why shouldn't they be as sentimental as we are?
No. Thank you. Bye. Oh.
Whatever it's to do with you, you look as weary as a rag and bone man's
I
horse.
just this minute finished at the cabin and I was there before 7 this morning.
Oh, just like me, all hours God sends.
And you know, to cap it all, I've run out of coffee, so if anybody wants a cup tomorrow, I'll have to turn them away. Unless you can let me have a jar of instant. But look, don't tell Rita, because she goes on shocking if I forget to order things from the wholesalers.
I'll not say a word. As a matter of fact, you're the first to buy coffee for a week or 2. At the price it's gone to, people have stopped buying it. And honestly, I can't say I blame them.
Oh, do you know, there was something else I wanted, but... Oh, I'm just that tired, I can't think.
Tell you what, how about a nice cup of tea? I'm just closing anyway. I'll put kettle on and we'll just have 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I can't stay long because of my Auntie Edie, because she worries, you know. And well, I haven't told her yet about this coming Sunday. I'm going on a fishing trip with Fred G and Alf Roberts.
Oh, quite a little outdoor girl, aren't you? Do you know, our Terry was always threatening me to take me fishing. Did he? You might know.
Well, why don't you come with us on Sunday?
Well, wouldn't they mind?
Oh, no, I'm sure they wouldn't. I mean, Fred was just saying perhaps I could find somebody else to make up a foursome.
Oh, well, if I'll be doing him a favour. Right, I'll come.
Well, I think you're being very unreasonable.
Not me that's being unreasonable.
Anybody would think there was something wrong with having babies christened.
I've got nothing against christenings as such. It's just this particular christening. Well, it's hypocrisy, isn't it? When did we last go to church?
We were in a church only a few days since at Len and Rita's wedding.
That is not what I mean, and you know it. We didn't have our wedding in a church, and that just goes to prove what I'm saying.
It does not prove anything. It's got nothing to do with having Tracy christened.
Well, it's got everything to do with it. If we have her christened, it'd just be a pretence, that's all.
No, it won't.
Standing there all dressed up. New shawl for the kid. Christening presents at home. Godparents promising they'll see Tracy goes to church every week and never doing a damn thing about it. Come on, Deirdre, it'd just be a lot of play acting.
Well, I don't see it that way. I just want to have her christened, that's all.
What we really ought to do is leave it up to her. When she's old enough to know what it's all about, she can make her own mind up.
My mum was really looking forward to seeing her granddaughter christened.
Oh, that's what it's all about, eh? Pleasing Blanche.
That has got nothing to do with it.
Well, I say it has. And you can tell her that it's naught to do with her and she can mind her own business.
Look, Ray, I don't care what you say. She's my daughter as well as yours, and we are going to have her christened whether you like it or not.
The future. Let's hope it's good.
Better than the past.
Wow, it's been kind enough to you.
I wear well.
I'll second that. The future.
The future.
Well, much as I've been enjoying myself, I really think I better be making tracks. I've got a meeting early tomorrow morning to sort out a few of the forthcoming functions at the hotel. Correction. That meeting's this morning. It's after midnight.
Shh. I didn't realise it was as late as that. You better be going before you turn into a pumpkin.
Well, I've really enjoyed this evening. Thanks.
I've enjoyed it too. Gail, Susie, stop playing about on them stairs and come and say good evening to Ted.
Well, we didn't want to intrude or anything.
I was just off anyway. So I'll say hello again to you young ladies and good night.
Good night.
I'll see you till go.
Good night.
Night.
It was really good. Hey, he's not bad for an old bloke.
Not bad. They've been scoffing smoked salmon. Oh, it ain't half good.
When the fella brings all his own goodies, look, they've been drinking Chateau Posh as well.
Hello, the vultures are scavenging again.
Oh, it's all right for some. We shared one bag of crisps between two lads. What's that?
Quiche Lorraine, called bacon and egg pie for the ignorant.
Is it good? It's trumped.
I think we'll like this new boyfriend of ours, Elsie.
Well, he's not exactly my boyfriend, but whatever he is, he's not ours, he's mine.
Tell him he can come whenever he wants. You seen him again? Have you got off with him, Elsie?
We'll have to wait and see, won't we? I'm going to bed. Wash up when you finish, won't you? Night.
Here we are then. Now, if your teeth drop out, don't blame me, blame your mum. Off we go.
Morning.
Morning, how are you then?
I'd be a lot better if someone had shut them flipping bells up.
Oh, for goodness sake, I think they're lovely, those bells on a Sunday morning.
Yeah, it depends what you were doing on Saturday night, doesn't it?
Well, what can I get you? Aspirins, bandage, bag of eyes?
20 tipped. Hey, what's with this gear? Is this the new outdoor Reenie Bradshaw look?
No, it's the old one actually, but heavily camouflaged. No, I'm going fishing in a few minutes.
Fishing, you? Oh, Jove, you shopkeepers don't half see life, don't you?
Do you know, sometimes I think I'll drop dead with excitement.
Have you got your rubby-dubby bag, then?
Pardon?
Your rubby-dubby bag?
Are you being rude?
Look, you can't go fishing for anything worth catching without a rubby-dubby bag. I mean, they'll get laughed off the banks.
Morning.
Morning.
Could I have a tube of those throat pastilles? These are the ones that make you feel your tongue's on fire. You know?
Do you know, they make them specially like that to convince you they're doing you good.
Oh, I'm convinced.
Are you on pulpit duty this morning, then, Anne?
You could put it like that, Eddie, yes.
Gonna give 'em a good roasting, are you?
Why not come along, Eddie, and find out?
No, I don't think I'll bother. You see, the trouble with preaching these days is it's like English football. It's got the dogs.
I wouldn't have thought you went to church often enough to have an opinion on the subject.
I used to go to church a lot with me, ma'am. Well, I had to. She had me by the ear. Hey, there was this bloke used to come twice a year with a big voice and piercing eyes. Dead spit of Christopher Lee he was. Now, when he got going, you could almost smell the sulphur. My mum used to call him Air Appointment with Fear. No, if you don't mind me saying so, Ernie, that is where your modern preacher falls down.
Not enough fire and brimstone, you think?
Exactly.
How do you know Ernest hasn't any fire and brimstone?
Well,
He's a changed man when he gets into a pulpit. You'd be surprised. Bye.
bye. Who's she kidding?
They say he's very good. Go on.
Hey?
Rubby-dubby bags.
Oh, yeah, rubby-dubby bags. Now, what you got to do?
Gosh, you know what we should do sometimes, don't you, Alf?
What's that?
A bit of the old deep-sea fishing.
You have to be joking.
Oh, there's not like it, Alf. You with the sea and the sky, bag full of butties one side and a crate of brown ale the other. Marvellous.
Listen, you can't tell me aught about sea fishing. A mate of mine over at Fleetwood lets his boat out for that sort of thing.
Oh, yeah?
Aye, very economical proposition for him. For starters, he never has to bother taking any grub of his own with him.
Oh, yeah?
Well, all his clients roll up with their own packed lunches, don't they, right?
Oh, right.
Lord Nelson, a ratio homeblower, every one of them. That's till the big waves start hitting them.
And they don't want to face the butties, do they? Because their head down over the side, bringing the breakfast back up. So he just goes round helps himself.
Oh, flipping heck, the complete angler.
You don't think it's too much, do you?
You look smashing, love.
Oh, well, you'll have to tell me what to do because I don't know much about fishing.
Don't you worry, love, you couldn't be in better hands. There's two kinds of fishermen, you know.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, aye. There's the ones that just go along the river bank and drop the line into the water. Hang about a bit. Then there's the others, the complete artists, and you are looking at Picasso.
Way up, swing the lamp.
I'm telling you, when it comes to fishing, I'm an expert.
Aye, like you're an expert about flipping greyhounds. We ended up with a dog with 4 left feet.
Fred, does it hurt them much when they swallow the hook? Because that's the bit I don't like.
Oh, lovely. They look forward to it.
Why?
Well, let me ask you something, Mavis. You know where you see a fish in a river? Why is it they look so bored?
I don't know. Why do they look so bored?
It's because they are bored, Mavis. Fish lead very uneventful lives, you know. Then suddenly along comes a angler and it's all happening. A primitive and titanic struggle. It's as old as history itself, love.
I never thought of it like that.
I'll tell you something else and all. They're not stupid, them fish, you know. They can recognise class on that riverbank when they see it.
Can they, really?
Yeah, when I arrive, do what they do. The buzz goes through the river, they say, hey up, Fred's here, United must be away. Come on, let us be away as well.
Can I take that, love?
Come in, Al.
What the heck is it?
Hey, when are we picking what's her name up? Oh, factory, I'm down to see her, you know, gives that blonde.
She didn't come in the shop all week, so I couldn't ask her. But I've asked Rini instead.
Rini?
Yes, thought I told you.
Flipping Rini.
You don't have a lot of luck with your sexual fantasies, do you, Fred?
I don't have any health. Come on, flipping Rini. Who thought of Rini?
Get up them stairs.
Is Mrs. Walker in, Betty?
Yes, love, she's staying to the dinner.
Oh, can I nip through? Only she bought Tracy this cardigan. I just wanted to show what it looks like on.
Yeah, of course you can. Oh,
You wouldn't have thought so at 3 o'clock this morning.
Pint of bitter down here for a long-suffering father, please.
I bet he snored his head off all night long. It's usually the long-suffering mother that gets up and sees to him, in my experience.
Yeah, only that was before you lot was flaming liberated.
Yeah, well, where's the christening then?
What's christening?
Well, you're having a christening, aren't you?
You've been talking to Deirdre?
But no.
Oh, surely you're having a christening day.
Why should we?
Well, it's something that's always done. I mean, it's very often as much fun as a wedding as a christening.
I don't know if you know, but you're living in a pagan country, and you happen to be talking to one of the leading pagans. I mean, christening is all right if you happen to believe in it all, but I don't. So it'd just be flaming hypocrisy, wouldn't it? Right, come on, I'll thrash the winner.
Oh, a much bigger one than you realise, kid. Oh? Oh, yes. Just hang on a bit and keep your eyes and ears open. Oh, here come the Weatherfield artists.
Elsie, we don't understand it.
Understand what?
We just went into the house just now and it didn't come floating out to
What
meet
didn't?
us.
Well, that lovely smell of roast beef and Yorkshire pudding we've come to expect on Sunday.
Ah, well, you know the reason for that, don't you, love it? Because there isn't any roast beef and Yorkshire pudding cooking, that's all.
We always have roasted and pud on Sunday.
Did, love. Past tense. We're giving Sunday dinners a miss from now on.
Since when?
Well, since I went into the butcher's last week and found out the price of a joint, you know I could have bought a whole herd for what they're asking for a joint today.
We've got to have something else. We're starving.
Oh, don't cry to me, then Argentina. Cry to the common market and then Brussels sprouts over there who keep pushing the prices up. You'll find some pilchards in the cupboard, and now, will you excuse me, I wish to powder my nose. Thank you.
Of course, you know what it is, don't you?
She's trying to starve us out now.
No, it's him.
Who?
Brownlow. She's pining for him, so she's taking it out on us.
Do you reckon that's what it is?
Of course it is.
Oi, do you pay Waltham's or not?
No, thanks.
We do.
No, we don't. We've got something to do first.
What?
Look, kid, if you think I'll spend the rest of my life living off pilchards, you've got another thing coming. We've got to seize the nettle.
Why?
Oh, ain't it awful?
Yeah.
Having a best mate whose only cultural experience is the front page of Twinkle. Come on.
A right better bookend you got there.
Yes, only I wish they'd settle down on somebody else's side.
Oh, give over. You'd be quiet if you didn't have them.
Oh, blessedly peaceful, my dear.
All right, lovely.
Yes, thanks.
Are you having a drink with me before you go?
No, I better not. She wants feeding.
You're not having a christening then?
Who told you that?
Little bird, John. Little bird in very high up places.
Well, you better go back to that little bird, whoever he is, and tell him he's laid an egg because I'm going to the vicar's this afternoon.
No way.
Well, hey.
You got your rubber-dubby, Mavis?
Pardon?
Your rubber-dubby?
No, I've got plenty of ham, though, and cheese and chutney and fish paste.
I don't mean for eating. I mean for fishing. There's more to fishing, you know, than just throwing your rod in the river, isn't there, Fred?
Know all about rubby-dubby, do you, Edie?
Yeah, we have brought some with us, haven't we?
Oh, yeah, I never go anywhere without it.
No, I just thought I'd throw an handful, you know, in the river, to get the fish interested, like.
Hang on, I'll just have a look. I've sure I've got covered. Here it is. Here you are, look. Grab yourself a handful. Go on.
Good worms! Oh!
All fresh and succulent.
Oh, you're wrong, Where's Rubby-dubby?
I didn't bring any rubby-dubby up on account of the fact that I'm not fancying pulling any sharks out today.
Sharks?
Well, you know what rubby-dubby used for, don't you?
Yeah, it's something you use in fishing.
Deep sea fishing, love. Somebody's been pulling your leg. Come on.
Rubby-dubby.
Just wait, lasses, that's Eddie Yates. I'll throttle him. You're not actually going to ring him?
Well, I'm not going to send him a spirit message, am I? Or chuck a brick through his window with a note wrapped round it.
Elsie won't like it.
Look, kid, we're desperate. My throat keeps sending messages to my stomach saying, have I offended you? And what does Mr. Brownlow always bring round with him when he comes calling?
Grub from his hotel.
Right.
I still keep getting this feeling. I think it's called fear.
No, it's hunger pangs. I'm just the same.
We'll regret it.
Hello, is that the Greenvale Hotel? Could I speak to Mr. Brownlow, please?
Where do you get the nerve from?
Hello, Mr. Brownlow. It's Susie here from Elsie Howard's. Yeah, hope you don't mind me phoning you, but I didn't know who else to talk to. Well, you see, it's this friend of mine. She's looking for a job as a waitress, and I was wondering if there was anything going at your place. No, she's no experience, no. Well, to tell you the truth, she's just come out of Borstal. Yeah, causing grievous bodily harm to a nun. Oh, but she's a nice girl, really, when you get to know her. Oh, you haven't? No, well, I just thought I'd ask. Oh, how are you? Oh, I'm fine. I'm Gail. Elsie? Well, to tell you the truth, I'm very worried about her. Well, she just sits around moping. No, she's not here now, but I'm expecting her any minute. Why did you want to talk to her? No, well, why don't you pop round then? No, it's no trouble, not too short notice, but when you come, don't tell her I've been on the phone. Just surprise her. Just come on spec. OK, right, I'll see you.
I know you're mad.
I'm not mad, love, I'm just ravenous. Oh, pilchards do wonderful things to cultivate the mind. Hey, I wonder what he'll bring this time. Could murder someone that smokes salmon.
Never mind that. What are you going to tell Elsie?
How the heck do I know?
Do you mean how the heck do you know?
Look, if I plan things in advance, they always go wrong. I just think of something, let me mouth to the talk, and it works every time.
She's here.
Oh, Elsie, thank goodness you're here. Eh? Well, if I tell you something, you promise you won't tell him I told you?
Tell who?
Ted.
Ted who?
Ted Brownlow. He's been on the phone.
He hasn't.
He has, he's coming round.
He isn't.
He is, but when he comes, don't tell him I told you, because he wants to surprise you. But you see, I didn't think that were fair, because I thought you wanted to have a bath and do your face and...
Well, when did he say he was coming round?
This afternoon.
You daft apeth, why didn't you tell me before? Because if I fell off a flitting or something, I should have to go and do me hair and get a bath and all the things.
Ain't it wonderful? Sometimes I can hardly wait to what I'm going to say next.
You're not the only one.
I will make you fishers of men, fishers of men, fishers of men. I will make you fishers of men if you follow me. What you doing?
Well, I'm not hang gliding, am I? I'm going to fish.
I didn't think you knew how.
No, I don't. But have you ever heard of beginner's luck?
I'll be careful you don't go too near the edge then.
No, I just thought if I talked to them a bit, you know, get them friendly.
Why not try singing like me? I will make you fishers of men, fishers of men, fishers of men. I will make you fishers of men. Are you all right? Oh, Mavis, my whole life flashed before me. Oh, I can't swim anything. Mavis, save me alive. No, it weren't all that deep. Oh, it was to me, Shush, no, you're all right now. Don't go on, Ruthie.
Oh, look here.
Hey, it looks like Mavis' hat.
Oh, no. Blimey. Hey, what's to do here?
Fire and flood, not to mention famine. Look at the soup.
Now, remember what I told you. When he arrives, act surprised. Look, are you quite sure you two had naught to do with it? What with him coming round here?
I have told you, he just rang. There's nothing to worry about.
I'm not worrying.
I'll go.
If aught goes wrong, it were your idea.
Oh, stop your worrying.
Susie, Gail.
Hello.
Hello.
Well, what a nice surprise.
Well, I was wondering how you were getting on, you know, and we don't do much Sunday lunchtimes these days, so... How are you all?
Oh, fine. Fine.
Have you eaten?
No, as a matter of fact, I had a bag of crisps at the Rovers. I was thinking of giving lunch a miss today.
Oh, you can't go missing meals. Bad for you.
Oh, that's what I keep telling her.
And me.
So, how about coming out and having a spot of lunch with me?
Yeah, you've twisted my arm.
Get your coat.
Yeah.
Aren't you eating here?
Yeah, we thought you'd been...
Oh, no. I can't expect to turn up and be fed at this short notice. Now, there's a marvellous little place out in Cheshire. Do a lovely steak on a plank. We should just make it, right?
Yeah.
Good. See you, girls.
Yeah, see ya.
See ya. Can you put pilchards on a plank?
It's cold and wet. Soft.
You all right now?
I think I'm going to start shaking.
Don't look, dear. 2 minutes and we're away, right?
Right, it's not all right, Alf. I can't find my best rod.
I think I can help you, lover. I think it's still in the water.
Oh, flipping heck, it cost me a fortune, that.
Sorry about that, Fred.
Oh! Bloody hell! Oh, thanks, Alf. Whoa! Oh, Alf. It's lovely warm.
Oh, marvellous though, innit? I said marvellous though, innit?
What's the matter?
The prospect. All them Sunday afternoons stretching ahead of me into the future like so many flaming gravestones. Me siding up after Sunday dinner and you sat in that armchair snoring with your gob open.
I wasn't snoring.
How would you know, love? You've to be asleep to be snoring.
What's the matter with you?
Oh, it's just this dream I keep getting. You know, it's a sort of a premonition, really. Sunday afternoon in the Langtons. Our Tracy's married in a way, of course. You're sat in that armchair with a beer belly and a moustache. I'm stood here in my curlers. And you know, we bear a sort of uncanny resemblance to a certain other unlovely couple of our acquaintance.
Are you having a go at me by any chance, lover?
Definitely. So stir yourself, give your nostrils a rest and do something useful for a change.
Why, it's flaming Sunday afternoon.
So, it's flaming Sunday afternoon. So what? The world just doesn't grind to a sickening halt, you know. The sun doesn't stop dead in the sky. Life goes on. People actually do things.
Look, I am whacked. All right, I've had an hard week.
So what do you think I've been doing? Lying sunbathing in my topless, giving natives a cheap thrill?
Oh. Well, Luke, what do you want me to do?
Ah, nothing strenuous, like taking our Tracy for a walk or even opening both eyes. No, I'd just like you to rejoin the living for an hour.
Why?
Because if that baby chokes or cries, I'd like you to be conscious enough to do something about it.
Oh, where do you think you're going?
Well, you know that man with the dog? The one you're always going to see him about? I've got a date with him today. Ta-ra.
Hang on a minute.
Flipping heck. Don't tell me you were crossing the Red Sea when the governor up there pulled the plug out.
Whatever happened, love? I suppose it was my fault, really.
Oh, I'll go along with that.
No, you see, we fell in. Well, at least I fell in and then Mavis rescued me.
More like pulled her out.
Oh, no, you didn't. You rescued me. You definitely rescued me.
Hey, you're an heroine. That's what you are.
Really? That's why these two are so wet. Whatever happened to you?
Don't ask me. Not in front of mixed company, anyway. Excuse me.
Somebody upset him?
No prizes for guessing who. Oh, Betty. Is Bet still here, love? Only I've left me key. I dropped that in river and all.
Well, she left about 5 minutes since. She'll be at the shop by now, will they?
Thanks. Thanks, half love. It was a real experience.
For all of us.
I'll rubby-dubby you next time, lady.
Hey, come on, let's go before she's changed her mind about brandy. Ta-ra.
Anybody home?
No?
No, it doesn't look like it. Drink?
I'll have a cup of tea.
Me too. You know, they serve a pretty good meal in that place.
No, it wasn't bad, was it?
No. Unless, of course, you get dead sick of that sort of thing.
No, never sick of good food. But I must admit, I do enjoy a change of scene now and again. One of the reasons I enjoy coming round here, I suppose.
No sugar.
Right. Anything I can do to help?
Well, you can get the milk out of there for me.
All right.
I'm glad you phoned anyway.
Aye? Oh, yeah, so am I.
Only, you didn't phone, did you?
Didn't I?
Did you?
Does it matter?
It was, them two, wasn't it? Gert and Daisy.
Well, I was going to ring, but I've been up to my eyes this week.
It's just that I'd hate you to think that I put them up to anything. You see, I've never chased a fella in my life, and I don't intend to start now.
I don't need telling that. They think a lot about you, those two.
Oh, the only thing they think a lot about is their stomachs.
Stomachs?
Well, think about it. They haven't had a decent meal since you suspended your Meals on Wheels service.
Oh, I see. What do you mean? They thought I was going to bring...
Smoked salmon, preferably.
Dribbling. Dribble. Are you dribbling now? Oh, you are messy, aren't you? Look at that. Oh, go on.
Mrs. Langton?
Vicar, come through, will you?
Thank you.
I'm sorry about the tip, but I'm afraid when she wants feeding, everything else seems to go by the board. Will you sit down?
Thank you. I won't keep you long. You called at the vicarage this afternoon, I believe, to see me.
Yeah, it's about the christening.
What christening?
Well, Tracy's my daughter. She's not been baptised yet, you see.
Oh, I see. You and your husband, you are parishioners of mine, are you, Mrs. Langton?
Well, we live round here, so I suppose we are really, yeah.
Were you married in my church?
No, we had a registry office too. We didn't want a lot of fuss, you know.
No. Do you attend my church at all?
Well, no, we don't really. Is it important?
Don't you think it is?
Well, I don't know. I've not really thought about it. Look, I'm sorry I'm not following this. You do baptisms at your church, do you?
Oh, yes, indeed.
Well, what's the problem?
There's no problem, Mrs. Langton. If you and your husband are churchgoers, there's no reason.
I didn't think it was important.
Mrs. Langton, it's a fairly common impression amongst a lot of people these days that by having a child baptized, one is doing the church a favor. The fact of the matter is, of course, that if there is a favor being done, it's entirely on God's side.
Are you telling me you won't baptize my baby?
What I'm telling you is this, Mrs. Langton. Baptism isn't mumbo-jumbo, some mystical prelude to a family celebration. It's a serious business. And since neither you nor your husband are believers, wouldn't a christening ceremony be somewhat pointless? I'm sorry, but it's a question of principle. And as far as I'm concerned, I have to stick to it. I'm really very sorry, Mrs. Langton, but there it is. Don't worry, I'll see myself out.
You can make an appointment with the surgeon over in Granada Good Life now as Mike Scott answers your medical queries in his weekly mailbag. Coming up next on Granada Plus, drama on both sides of the globe in families.